Sorry, I just got carried away and built the entire thing without recording it. My bad. I really intended to make this a tutorial, but in fact it's going to be a breakdown. So let's jump right in. Here we are, world simulation on, right click and preview. And so there's this little button here. If we click on it, it updates the text display. You can press the button again. If you walk away, it's just like a build mode bug. You have to, then you'll see the E. And then we can click it again, and then option phrase random, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. It's just, you cycle through the messages. It's pretty amazing. This is a classic Vidyuu script that was originally in code blocks, but since code blocks don't work in the modern world as well as they used to, and they're kind of buggy, we redid it in Typescript. Makes a lot of sense to me. So let's take a look. If we click on the trigger, we can see the trigger has a text gizmo reference to this text gizmo. We have the button tap sound effect, and we have an option for is random to make it select a random message rather than selecting the in order messages. And we saw you guys use this in so many creative ways. It was phenomenal. I just loved seeing all the game mechanics that came out of this. Like, I just didn't think of what you would do with it. It was amazing. So I'm excited to see how you guys will mod this and make it custom. Now, taking a look at the code, let me snap that up here for you. There we go. We can see it's pretty straightforward. We've got our import line. This was a trigger script, so it came with the trigger connection already built into Prestart. You can see I added the 3 properties. So we've got our text gizmo, button tap as our entities, and we have our is random boolean set to default false. We have an index value here to know what index in the array we are at. On start, we update the text, so that way when you go and inevitably change these out, whatever this first message is what will be displayed. Excuse me. And then on player enter trigger, we're then going to play the button tap sound effect. We set increment based on the is random boolean. And so if is random is true, we calculate a random value. Else, we return 1. And so we'll come back to the is random part, but then index is incremented by, let's say, 1. And so index plus 1, but then we modulus by the length of the array. So when we get to the length, we cycle back to 0, so it starts back at the beginning. And then we update the text, which sets the text gizmo text property to be the item in the string array down here at the current index. And so here we have an array of strings. You just hit Control-C, Control-V to duplicate. There's a link here to a document I wrote. Let me see if I can click on that. Open. See if that worked. Nice. Bringing that over here. And so this document I wrote has all the text formatting options available. I worked with Pigeon quite a bit, substantially, to learn a lot of these. But yeah, all of this is here. It'll teach you how to format your text, which all works with the this here. So here we got hello world, got our next message. You can see some example formatting options here, and then that link there. Okay, so the last part I told you I'd come back to is this is random. It's because the math is a little strange. So when we select a random item, we want the random item to be something other than self. And so to select an item other than the current item, so it's pseudo-random, right? Like it's getting a random item from the list, but not inclusive of the current item. We can do that by saying we want to add 1 no matter what, so we're moving away from the current item. And then we're going to choose a random number between the number 0 and the length of the array minus 1. So this selects some item within the next item and the previous item. And so this is kind of confusing. So I'm going to try to use my hands. I like to just draw it out in space. So imagine we had an array of length 3. So you got 0 is index 1, then 1 is index 2, and then 3 is index 2. Anyways, we go 0, 1, 2 are the index values for 1, 2, and 3. So if we're at 2 and we want to get either 3 or 1, yeah, we're going to do that. So if we're at 2 and we want to get 3 or 1, we can say we want to add 1 at least, so plus 1. And then if we take 3 and subtract 1, that gives us 2. And a random number, math.random, multiplied by 2 returns a number of 0 to 1. And so 0 to 1 is going to be... All right, so we got 0. Oh, let me start over. Okay, so we got 2. We add 1 gets us to 3, and then we take 2 multiplied by math.random, and you floor that, you get either 0 or 1. And if you take 1 plus 0 or 1, you're going to get either 1 or 2. So now the random is going to be 1 or 2. So you take 2 and you add 1, you get 3. You take 2 and you add 2, you get 4. And 4 cycles using modulus back to 0, back to that first item at the index. And the index numbers are 0, 1, and 2, but anyway, it's very complicated. But look at the math. It works. The math is great. So anyway, 1 plus, so we start at 1, getting the next value, and then we take the math.floor to make sure there's no decimal places, and then math.random multiplies by the string length minus 1, so we get a value all the way up until the previous item behind us. And then this whole thing is cool. Love this thing. All right, guys, that is gonna about do it. If you have any questions, let me know. This was a fun short one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!